guys, we're gonna make some macro lunch. So I'm gonna have a chili dog, and I wanna have some queso with it, and I wanna have some chili, and I wanna have some chips on top. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out the fats first. I've divided the grams into the fat grams into the serving grams and figured out how much that is. And that way I know how much I should be having. And there's a bug trying to get me. And I'm going to account for making my queso a little bit less, so that way I can still have it, but I want more chip than I want more than queso. That way I can have a balance of what I'm gonna have for fat. So I look into that. So we've got 140 divided by 32, that's the calories, times 10 grams that I'm gonna have. That's gonna be 43.75 calories. And I want at least 2 tablespoons of my chili. But before that, I know that I'm gonna have my keto bread from Nature's Own, so that's 60 calories. And I know I'm gonna have my hot dog, my turkey hot dog, which is 45 calories, so I go ahead and add that on there. And so then I know I want at least 2 tablespoons of my chili. So plus 14.4 plus 14.4 plus, and then again, only 1 tablespoon of the cheese because it has fat and we're already accounting for all of our fat that we need to get. So we've got 25 divided by 2 is 12.5, so 12.5 plus, well, now we have a ton of calories that we can add for, but we've reached our fat and we're almost at our carbs, I think, because of that bread being the carb part of it. So we can always add more protein or we can add more fiber, but with adding vegetables. So we did 2 tablespoons of this. Maybe we'll add more of this. We'll figure it out. Oh, I also know that I want to add ketchup. So I'm gonna add a tablespoon of ketchup, so 10 calories. Now we're at 200. Now I've got about 87 calories I can still add for, either by adding protein or by adding fiber. So I could probably make myself a salad to go with this, or I could have more fat-free cheese to go on this. So let me start assembling and warming things up and then see how we want to go from there. To my hot dog, I add a little bit of this liquid smoke. Because it is turkey, it just kind of, it's still good, but it just kind of misses that, I don't know, that little flavor of it being a little grilled, I guess, or maybe because I'm not grilling it, it's missing that flavor. I'm just gonna microwave it. So I add a little bit of that smoke, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of garlic powder, and a little bit of paprika. And I'll warm that up. And then I've got my little, like I said, Nature's Own keto bread. Those are higher in protein and lower in carb. So that way, there's already 9 grams of protein just in this bread. So 9, and then I've got the protein in the hot dog, which I think was like 6 or something. So we've got 16. And then my chips are from those Quest protein chips. So those are gonna have protein as well. Usually I make my hot dog with just the chili. There's also lean beef chili that is pretty good macros as well. I think it's even better than the turkey chili. So I usually just make it with the bread, the hot dog, and some fat-free cheese. But I wanted to use a little queso and a little bit of those chips on top this time. So you can always zhuzh it up, change it out, as long as you know what you're looking for. And when I make my hot dog that other way, I use mayonnaise, and there's my fat there. But again, I wanted to switch it up, so no mayonnaise this time. So here we go, I've warmed up my chili, and I barely just have the 2 tablespoons. So that worked out. It's a good thing I guessed that amount. We're gonna add that to my hot dog. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a salad with it, and I'm gonna add some more cheese, some fat-free cheese on top of it. That's some good chili. Okay, so with our cheese that we've rinsed, we're gonna wait a little bit and add the other stuff on there. I'm gonna start making my salad now. That way when I warm it, then it's ready to go and I've got my salad to go. I'm gonna make I'm thinking if I should add ranch or queso. I've got those Walden Farms things that you can have. Some of these sauces, they have 0 calories. I'm sure there's, you know, some calories into it, but these are pretty good. They're not calories, so don't have to add anything for that. So let's see what we can make for our salad. So we've got some lettuce. I've got some leftover lettuce that we can start our salad off with. I love crunchy lettuce. Take some of that old stuff off. Okay, so if we start off with this lettuce is 4 calories per ounce. And it's going to be a big old salad. So if we have 3 ounces, 4 times 3 is 12, right? Okay, so we'll add 12 and some tomatoes, about 3, 6, 9. All right, what else can we add to this? Maybe some bell pepper or onions, let's see. So I'm gonna add a little bit of onion, so like 10 calories for just a little bit of that. And I'm gonna use a tablespoon of this to make that ranch, but just barely because I am gonna use some of that nacho stuff. And then a slice of bell pepper, 5, that'll be under 300, and it'll have all my stuff. So let me assemble all this. So we're gonna take our Greek yogurt and thin it out just a little bit with water. Just a little, because I do like it a little thick. And we're gonna add some of that ranch seasoning. Right, yeah. Mix, mix, mix. A little more water. To thin it out, make it into an actual ranch. You can use that Greek yogurt as so many things. So I'm gonna add a little more water. And to my ranch seasoning, I'm gonna add a little bit of garlic Parmesan seasoning. This is pretty darn good. If you're ever having like Italian food, that stuff's pretty decent. And I'm gonna add a little jalapeno. So usually when I have this, I also add a little bit of those pickled jalapenos. Since I'm not doing that and I forgot to account for it, I can just add the spice. Spices are always so nice. Ooh, that's good. And then with the jalapeno, oh yeah. And then we're gonna kerplunk it onto my salad here. And remember, I'm gonna add some of that queso sauce that is from that Walden Farms thing. So that'll taste good with the queso or with the jalapeno. All right, so we've got my salad. I'm gonna split my cheese onto both, but I'm gonna dress this one up first and heat it up, and then at the end I'm gonna add my my ketchup, because I do like ketchup, even if it has chili on it. I want some ketchup on there. All right, so I've got my queso. The serving size is 2, but we wanted half, so 1 tablespoon. I love queso. And then we've got my cheese. This is looking awesome, isn't it? And then I'm gonna put some of my cheese into my salad. Dump the rest of it and they're how to do it. Napkin. And I'm gonna warm up my hot dog a little bit and mix my salad while it does that. Just gonna warm it up just so that cheese melts. And in the meantime, you can mix up this salad, give it a chop, and add some salt and pepper to it. Salt, not pepper. Pepper. Give it a good mix so that we can disperse that dressing. Dressings are one of the biggest culprits. People think they're eating healthy, but those dressings are totally opposite of what you are trying to achieve with the salad. So you get screwed. So it's better to make your own dressings. They have a lot of low carb and low fat and low calorie ones. But I have found that so far, one of the best things is to make yours with Greek yogurt, because you're adding protein. So here we go. This is, see, it wasn't very much, but it went a long way. That's another thing, you know, if you mix, it extends, like if you are going to be using some other dressing that you want to use. And I'm going to add some of the queso stuff. Come on, queso stuff. I'm almost out. Okay. Give it a good mix. Chop up my tomato a little more. There we go. Try this out. See my bright. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, spicy too. And look at that. Now I've got my hot dog, and you need some tapatio for the chili. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 3 little bits there. All right. So I've got my salad, and then don't forget my chips, right? Give them a crunch. I'll even put some of those on my salad. Give my salad a little crunch. I forgot my ketchup. Can't forget my ketchup. And then I'm gonna have a pickle too. Then we got all my macros, all my calories I need, without going over, without being under, and freaking awesome meal, right? Wicked awesome! Did I lick the ketchup? I sure did. Whoa, that was a bit extreme. Might not be doing that again. Just some water with some flavoring. Back to my chippies I was doing. Delish and nutrish. Check this out. I'll grab my pickle too. Give you a full plate. This girl's not gonna go hungry, but she's gonna be under her calorie count. Legit, right? Look at this hot dog. Yum. With my mustard Heck yeah. There you go. Another meal you guys can make macro friendly. Just get the ingredients. Instead of a regular hot dog, get the turkey hot dog. Instead of the regular bun, get the keto bun. Instead of the regular chili, get the turkey chili or the lean beef chili. Instead of french fries, you got a salad with some chips on it. Instead of regular chips, get Quest chips. You know, make little swaps. If you want to have it different ways, you can, but stick to the better ones 95% of the time, 97% of the time, and you can still enjoy. So, what do you think? Awesome, right? Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.